Back at the Maverick Center as we begin rotation number 2. What to look for on the balance beam, and I know there's a lot, Lori, but give us the quick
So
version.
naturally, of course, we are looking for no wobbles on this 4-inch apparatus. We're looking for connected skills. We're also going to be hammering down on artistry within this quad. So things like rhythm, posture, shifting, and fidgeting a lot before skills, any break in rhythm. And we'll be able to point that out as routines go forwards. But that is something that's going to be very important between beam and floor.
Brook started this competition on the uneven bars, obviously, 13.35 there.
Starting off with a solid side aerial. That was beautiful. Something you can always look out for is in a gymnast's ankles. If their ankles are wobbling a lot, it's usually a testament to how nervous they are. But she seems solid as a rock.
Coming up next on the uneven bars, for Great American, Elise Jones.
I'm noticing a little bit of fidgeting in between skills. The judges are going to take a few tenths off for that. Comes her dismount. She finishes with a nice 2.5. Overall, I'd say that was a pretty clean routine.
Very nice finish, 2.5 twist dismount. Got to make that 2.5 twist all the way around, something the judges look for if you're even short a little, which I think is a brutal rule, but if you're short even a little, they give you the next lowest value skill, so it would be a double twist, but she looks to have gotten that one around.
That back leg seems a bit loose. We want to see straight legs, pointed toes all the way through. Here's the wobble, which unfortunately breaks that connection, so it won't count. And let's see her feet. I think they were all the way around.
I'm giving it to her.
I'm giving it to her,
Take
too.
it to the bank. Brooke, the youngster of this senior competition, just 15 years old. She won't turn 16 until October 16th. If you want to send her a birthday card, I'm sure she'd appreciate it. Comes out of WOGA Gymnastics, World Olympic Gymnastics Academy, and I would say a world-famous gymnastic club in the world of our sport. Produced Carly Patterson, Nastia Luke, and Olympic all-around champions, as well as numerous world team members, national team members, and world champions as well.
So interesting to see just how relieved everyone is as soon as they hop off the equipment. What was that like for you as soon as the routine was over?
Oh man, I felt so good. Like if I hit, you feel so good, and it's like all your nerves are gone, and then as you get ready to the next one, the nerves ramp back up. And you're like, why can't I just feel like I felt when I hit that routine and I got off the equipment? Brook's score on the balance beam, 12.65. At a 7.95, and the execution score 8.0 or above on beam, and the execution score is a very good score in that category. Addison Peta now started the competition on bars with a solid performance there, only doing 2 events. She was the alternate at the Pan American Games earlier this month, and she is recovering a bit from that. Not injured, but just trying to make sure she is rested and ready to go for the U.S. Championships here in August.
Solid triple wolf turn. Wow, what a connection bonus there. It's always a great feeling to kick off your routine with no wobbles. Every time you see 3 skills in a row, you get an extra 10th bonus for that. So we may be seeing a lot of that tonight.
Oh, good fight.
She's got a save. I got to commend her for that. A lot of athletes would have just hopped off. It's worth it to fight for it and to stay on that beam, and that's just what she did. We heard a bell ding. That signifies she's got 10 seconds to get off the equipment. Finishes with a clean triple four.
Addison Peta's evening is complete. Just 2 events for her, and now she will refocus and get ready for the U.S. Championships. She's coached by her dad, Tony, and mom, Jen. There is Tony right there.
Look at this handspring layout. Great flight series. We're seeing nice straight legs, pointed toes. Not that wobble there.
Strong toes.
It's always nerve-wracking to be stuck on one leg when you're wobbling. Claws of a bird, that's how you stay on. That's how you get them. Little bit of a pike down at the end, but overall, aside from that wobble we just saw, that was a very nice routine.
Addison plans on being an Oklahoma Sooner after she graduates.
Come on, Josh.
Although she did say, you know, the Olympics, maybe we'll see. But,
I think it's to be determined.
To be determined, but as of right now, she's planning to go there on schedule. KJ Kindler, head coach there, certainly going to love having Addison on that squad. The defending national champions, by the way, the Oklahoma Sooners. Quite a dynasty they have going there. I asked Addison, I said, so do you listen to your parents? And she said, yeah, of course I do. And I said, good, I'm going to talk to your dad and ask him what he did to get you to listen to him, because I have 3 boys, and they don't like to listen to me at all.
Oh, she did actually. We had asked her if there were any advantages or disadvantages with having parents as your coach, and she said, as for advantages, they understand me mentally and physically, and know when to give me a break. And she said, disadvantages, there are none. How sweet.
Gotta love to hear that as a parent. I will say a little known fact about Addison Peta. Addison is a member of a summer swim team. Which,
that she is.
You know, gymnasts, if you put a swimmer next to a gymnast, swimmers are tall, and she's not, you know, the typical swimmer body, but I do have to say she said she won the backstroke.
She did say she won the backstroke. She said the butterfly is her least favorite, and sometimes
as it should be.
She doesn't understand why they do it with no music.
Addison Peta, 12.35 for that beam routine. 5-0 start. And a 7.35 for her execution score. Elise Jones next up. And we talk about handstand positions in gymnastics a lot, Lori, and especially on bars, hitting the handstand. If anybody knows how to hit a handstand on bars, I think it's Elise, right?
Absolutely. She, last year on Simone's Gold Over America tour, did this handstand hold as a way to work up the crowd. I promise you, this is not a photo.
I mean, we need to make the show longer because this segment's going to run long if we keep the whole handstand. No, this is not a still shot. I'm not sure the last time I did a handstand that long on the floor, let alone on a set. You ever done that?
No, not like this. And if you look really close, you can see her hands and her wrists working. That is the sign of a great ball worker.
And hang on, because this bar routine is big time. She's got some big releases and big connections.
Bit of a catch on her fingertips there. Let's watch this huge release. Stunning combination. Bit of a leg separation there. And here comes her dismount. She does front giant. Here we go. Nice bar routine for Shy Jones.
She has been a machine her entire time here in Salt Lake City. I don't think I've seen her try a skill that she has not successfully completed, and that she had that smile, but she wasn't overjoyed. It was just a day at work.
Yeah, we saw her doing Naviezas at practice, laid out Tkachevs.
Yes, you mentioned it. She did that in the laid out position perfectly.
The height that she gets on the uneven bars is something to keep an eye out for, because we usually see this on vault, on floor, but she's got it on bars too. Small step back, but she flashes a smile there.
We told you there was greatness in Elise Jones. We weren't wrong. We weren't lying. 2 down for her. 2 more to go. Elise Jones with the biggest number so far in this competition on the uneven bar, a 14.5, a tough one that is going to be a tough one to catch. 8-2 execution, 6-3 difficulty.
That 8-2 execution is beautiful. We mentioned earlier, anywhere within the range of an 8.0 is typically what you'd look out for on bars and beam. So that 14.5.
Absolutely great. And that's the thing on bars. There's so many little areas where the judges can take all the handstand positions, how you catch your release, where are your hips when you catch that release, obviously the form breaks.
Even little things like adjusting your hand grip on the bar, that's a 10th deduction. Leg separations, your dismount being too close to the bar, another deduction.
You shouldn't want to get too close to the bar. That's dangerous.
No, it's happened before to me, and I'm sure it's happened to you too. That is not a fun place to be.
No, absolutely not. Leanne Wong is going to be competing on the bars for her next event. She's the one that was tied and now chasing down Elise Jones's 14.5. They were tied again after the first rotation, each with a 14.4. Nola Matthews next to go here on the uneven bars. Started off the competition on vault with a 13 there. Sat in the 11th spot.
Something to keep an eye out for Nola Matthews on bars. She reminds me a lot of Addison Peta, the way that her arms are completely extended the entire time. That's not a common thing you see, but it's what you want to see. She does that very well.
An Olympian and world champion on this event, so that's a very flattering comparison. And Nola has done some great things on this event at the DTB Cup in Germany earlier this year. She won the bronze medal on the uneven bar.
Kicking off her routine with an in-bar. Wow, what a combination! And even still, those arms are completely locked out. That allows her to really use the bounce of the bars and swing. Comes the dismount. Landing for Nola Matthews. That was
an athlete like Nola Matthews, she doesn't stand out, if you will, on vault, but you don't have to stand out on every event to be on the world team, to be on the Olympic team. She is outstanding uneven bar worker. You mentioned Madison Koshin. Why was Madison Koshin put on the Olympic team that she competed with? Most notably because of bars. And that is what you got to keep in mind when you're watching these athletes. They might not show up in the all-around standings, but Nola Matthews could show up on the world stage.
stunning right into Rikna. And almost completely watching this and you're looking at how to swing bars, she is a great example to keep in mind when you go back to practice.
Makes it look easy.
She does make it look easy.
I don't think it is, though.
No, I wish my bars looked like that.
Your bars were pretty good from what I remember.
Thank you. I'm proud of them. But this is a very specific type of style and swing that she has. And I hope she knows how much potential she has
You got it,
in the years to
Kate.
come.
She is known for that artistry and that presentation. You saw it on bars, but also definitely stands out on floor exercise. That's the event she'll finish the competition. Now, Leanne Wong, world all-around silver medalist in 2021, was the alternate on the Olympic team that same year. Just a couple months later, went back to Japan after having what I would say is a tough experience as an alternate, basically living in a hotel, and that's all you saw was the hotel and the gym, but got to go back, got some hardware, won that silver medal, but she wants more in elite competition.
Within the last year, she's done a year at University of Florida.
And
Something we're seeing more often, collegiate athletes coming back into the elite world.
And I love it. You know, you hate to think that you go to college and you can't come back. And what a year she had. She was one of the best freshmen in the entire country, All-American. Almost got that team national title with the Gators. Oklahoma just got them at the end. Here we go.
She had a bit of trouble with this in practice.
Wow. And you said a bit of trouble in practice. We didn't see her make one of those in practice. And I tip my hat to her for going for it here.
I truly thought she was going to be able to cash that. Look right here. Her keep moving forward.
Wow, and it looked like she had a good grip.
Right there.
Is she kind of re-gripped that right hand? Right.
But she keeps moving. Let's see how well the rest of this routine. Legs glued together. We don't see that often on those skills. Comes the dismount. That's beautiful.
Such beautiful gymnastics, though. You can see why.
Again, Classics is there to be able to test new skills, to try new. Being able to do these new skills in practice is one thing, but when the pressure's on, it can feel like the skill is something to try these things.
About as good as you can do a double layout dismount. And yeah, absolutely. I was happy to see her still go for it, even though she had trouble in practice.
Me too.
And she said that. We talked to her before the meet, and she said, look, I'm going to try some new stuff and get back in the swing of elite competition. She competed 15 times as a Florida Gator in one season.
And how many all around?
13 times in the all-around. I said, how many seasons of elite competition would you have to get to before you got to 15 competitions? She said, probably 2, at least, maybe more. But she did say that competing week after week really helped her ability to compete. If it can, she's already a great competitor, but just gave her that confidence, I think, that makes such a big difference in gymnastics.
There's a lot of performance anxiety in a lot of athletes, especially in women's artistic gymnastics, but we tend to handle these things very well. So when you have things like collegiate competitions to throw you in that situation over and over again, that's really going to help, especially if you're able to come back into the elite scene like Leanne Wong.
Still waiting for Leanne's score as the gymnasts move to their third event of 12.85 for Leanne Wong. We have a special guest coming to the booth when we come back. You're going to want to see who that is. Don't go away.